Today, I've got you a foundation wear test. This is the Haus Labs foundation by Lady Gaga. It is called the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. It goes for $45. You get 30 mLs and it is available in 51 shades. The frosted glass bottle, simple yet classy. You have your silver cap. She's pretty heavy, I will say. And the pump is black, which is unexpected. In my mind, it was gonna be silver. Looking at the packaging, I thought this shade would work for me. I got it in 260 light, medium, cool. But now looking at the packaging, I don't know. This looks a lot lighter. It would suck if this does not match me because my closest Sephora is an hour away. And the thing is, I used the online shade matching helper. Plus, I looked into swatches galore to determine whether or not this would be my shade. So wish me luck. But let's get into it. On the Sephora website, they have a full-on 4 stars out of 5, and that is based on 1.5 thousand reviews. It's liked 262.3 thousand times, which is awesome. It is also made with fermented arnica. Don't ask me what that is, girl. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I really don't know. And for those of you who are interested, the Sephora website describes 260 light, medium, cool as a light medium with cool golden olive undertones, which that would be me, hopefully. I don't know. And based on the like little picture swatches here, you know what I like? Not that it at least I don't think it matters to a lot of people. I can appreciate that they did it the other way. So for instance, most brands would have their lighter shades at the beginning and their darker tones at the bottom. They kind of flipped that on us. So they started off with the darks and went lighter. I think that's pretty cool. The highlights of this foundation is it provides a natural finish, long wearing. It is trending on socials still. It's been out for a minute, trending on socials still. It is clean at Sephora. It provides medium coverage and it is hypoallergenic. It is a medium coverage, weightless, clean foundation with fermented arnica that helps reduce redness and protects from environmental stress. The highlighted pros in the reviews, it's people are satisfied, the coverage is great, and application is beautiful. The cons mentioned is it can be drying, feels heavy, and apparently it has a defect. Don't ask me what that means, okay? But the very first review that I see here and was posted a day ago says, the cakeyest foundation I've tried in a while, not great for combination skin. I have combination skin, stuck to dry areas and broke up in oily areas, plus looked thick on the skin. We're gonna see about that. Then we have somebody else who says they have combination skin, most prettiest foundation for dry combo sensitive skin, left my skin feeling hydrated and beautiful. Love this foundation, so beautiful. Definitely gonna purchase once again. So here's the thing, and this is gonna come from a makeup artist. I don't really trust reviews that I see on Sephora, and it's nothing against anyone. However, I find that because I understand formulas, I know how they work. Everyone's skin is going to be different. You're going to need to prep your skin regardless, whether you have combo, you have dry, or you have oily. So if you're just going in with your foundation and you're doing nothing for skin prep, it may not necessarily hold up to its fullest potential. Issue number 2 is in these reviews, people don't provide detail as to what they did prior to applying the foundation or what their skin condition was prior to applying the foundation. So I think these reviews can be unfair most of the time. You guys see my skin, all I have on it right now is a moisturizer. If you saw my Ipsy try on, I did apply little patches under my eyes. These over here, because that's what I'm filming, like I'm doing a 2-in-1. That's all I have on my skin. Even though I am moisturized, I am gonna prep my skin. And due to the fact that I have combination normal skin, I am gonna go in with a weightless, very neutral primer, and that is gonna be the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. So it provides bright blue defense and it's anti-pollution, but it's not gonna be a pore filling, pore blurring, illuminating, super mattifying, nothing. So technically this is not going to change the finish of my foundation, and it's not gonna alter it in any way. All it's gonna do is kind of like create this barrier between my skin and any makeup that I apply on top of it. Plus it'll kind of help with the wear of the foundation. That's all we're doing. The other one that I used to use for my wear tests, it got really crunchy and I was weirded out by it, so I got rid of it. I'm gonna do about this much. I'm really gonna spread it out because I want it to be nice and even on the skin. Press it on and then really blend it in. Sometimes the foundation that you apply, regardless of the formula, will look patchy if you kind of like do this and then go and then blend it in because certain areas will pack on more product than others. So you really want to make sure you get a nice blend. It is 9:47 a.m. okay, so it is early. I am gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna apply a pump on one side of the face with a sponge and then a pump with a brush on the other. Let's prime this baby. Oh my goodness, is it gonna work? I don't know. Oh, will it? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. First of all, this is not a super thick foundation. This really should not be giving you cake face. I mean, I got a little bit here, right? And I go like this and you can see right through to my finger. This is a very loose consistency type of foundation. I'm so confused as to why anyone would say they would get cake face with this. Now let's go ahead and blend this out. Okay, it's a little, it's kind of lighter than what I need, but it's fine. It's really about how it's gonna wear and how it applies and how it blends. Wouldn't be the first time it's lighter than what I need. I'll just have to exchange it for another one. When am I going to Miami? I'm gonna have to go to Sephora and change it, okay? So this is half of the face. And we're going with a really dramatic eyeball today. I'm so excited for that. This is what it's gonna look like. Let me get a mirror really close up. It looks like it has somewhat of a radiant finish, so it's not full on matte. It does not look drying in any way, shape, or form. As you guys can see, I'm doing one of these and it just looks luminous. I have a little bit of a dry spot here and it's not patchy and it doesn't look dry. Okay, I mean, she looks good. Maybe the review is based on the applicator they used. I still have some here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do like a half a pump. I'm gonna tap this on the skin. I like to give benefit of the doubt, so just work with me here. And I'm gonna press the foundation that I've dotted onto the skin and blend as I go. I'm not swiping, I'm pressing it. And here is what it's going to look like on the brush side. Guys, it's literally providing you what they're offering, and that is a medium coverage. Can you build it? I think you can, but because it's so luminous, I would avoid actually overbuilding, over applying. It's giving you balanced skin. It's giving you pretty coverage and a blank canvas so that you can transform your face into any makeup look you would like. Personally speaking, I would not add a second layer. That's one. Two, if you want a little more coverage, go with a brush. I'm using the BK Beauty 101. Girl, like this one here looks somewhat medium full, and if you want kind of like that light medium, then I would go in with a sponge, because with the sponge I can totally see my little freckles and stuff like that, my little imperfections. And then on this side, there's way more coverage. So I'm going to add half a pump more on this side because I need it to be balanced. And then we'll see how it builds too. It did not oxidize, which is okay. In this case, I was kind of banking on it oxidizing so it would match a little better. But you guys know we work magic here, so I'll be able to bronze and stuff and it'll still work without really ruining what the foundation finish and or ultimate wear is going to be. It doesn't look dry, it doesn't look patchy, it's not settling in the wrong areas, and granted, it's still fairly early. It's only been on my skin a good 5 to 7 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the rest of the makeup and then see how that looks in the end, and I'll be right back. In my time, it's gonna take a minute. In your time, I will be right back. It is literally 11 on the dot a.m. The makeup is on, the eyes are on, the eyes took a minute. Regardless, we are here. I'm gonna bring you guys up close and personal. It's been over an hour, I think close to an hour or over an hour that the makeup has been on. So I wanna show you guys what it's looking like. Just so that you know, I applied bronzer. The one that I applied was the Melt, and actually I didn't have to over apply. This is very lightweight, so I just kind of like zhuzhed it on the skin because I really don't want to put too much product on top of the foundation. I really want to see how that's going to work with product, but I also want to see how it's going to wear. The concealer I used is the Smashbox Halo. Applied it lightly under the eye, blended out, and then I set it with the By Terry Hyaluronic Pressed Powder. And for my blush, I used Sunset Dreams by Gerard Cosmetics. I went on with a cream, topped it with a powder, and then a little bit of highlight. And again, the idea is to play around with different formulas and see whether or not the formulas manipulate how the foundation is going to wear on your skin immediately and throughout the day. You guys, I've got you up close and personal. It's kind of personal, okay? First of all, I'm gonna go like this. In these areas, I really didn't apply anything, and it doesn't feel like much of anything. It totally feels like a powder. It almost feels like I applied powder literally everywhere, which I didn't. You guys know I don't like to powder my skin like that. I'm going like this. It doesn't look greasy. That's good. Now let's look at the skin. I applied the cream blush here. I also applied the powder right on top of it, and then I applied a little bit of highlight. The skin doesn't look crunchy, chunky, chalky, cakey. No achy. It just doesn't look like any achy. It looks really good. On the sides of my nose, I have a little bit of blue fallout from the eyeshadow, excuse me. But it looks good. It looks decent. I went like this, and I guess some of the foundation rubbed off. That's not cute. Hold on. Whatever's left on my sponge, if anything, I'm just gonna tap it on. It played well with creams, powders, and the shimmers, right? I think it looks really good, but then again, it's only been about an hour. So we're gonna wait and see what happens. I have to go do curbside pickup, which, funny enough, is it just me, or does it seem like every single time I have to do a freaking wear test, I have to do a curbside order? Insane. But I did get my confirmation saying it's ready, so I'm gonna go in this humid heat, which this week Florida has been insanely hot, to the point that we've purposely stayed indoors in the air conditioning because it is bizarre out there. But I have to go out there. We need groceries. I need to go put gas. I'm gonna run an errand. We're gonna see what this is gonna look like the moment I walk out of the house. And that heat slaps me in the face. It is 11:04. Wish me luck. My face has gone through some stuff. This heat is so intense that even with an normally amazing base, my eyeshadow is creasing in certain areas. But this is what we're looking like right now. It is 1:18 in the afternoon. Y'all hear the AC, right? Either way, I want to show you guys the skin. I've gone to do my grocery curbside pickup. We went to the pharmacy. We got back home, put all the groceries away. I made a chopped salad, had that. So your girl is full. And now I am back in the car because I'm going to go to BJ's to pick up my curbside order because your girl needs some diapers and stuff like that for the baby. This dewiness right now is emphasizing do you guys see all these freaking pores? It's emphasizing every single pore on my face. I'm not liking the view of this situation, but then again, I am sweating because I just got in the car and the car was hot. The AC is on, but it's not blasting. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna drive over to BJ's. I'm gonna park. I'm gonna let them know that I'm there, and then at that point, I will follow up and we'll see what this is gonna look like once my skin has kind of absorbed some of this sweat, because this is not looking sexy. It's looking greasy. Hey girl, I've got another update for you. It is 2:26 p.m. I was supposed to give you guys an update again in the car once I got to BJ's, but I'm not gonna lie to you. My friend called me. I haven't talked to her in several weeks, and we needed to update each other because we both have life-altering situations going on in our lives, and so we wanted to update each other, and then I completely forgot to do a full-on update. But as you guys saw, the moment I got sweaty and greasy, it looked really bad. Like my sweat and my oils ended up emphasizing my pores in a really, really gross way. By the way, the heat here in Florida, it's not even 3 o'clock yet, and look at these lids. Usually, my eyeshadow can withstand anything and everything. Today, and the car said like 97 degrees, just the degrees and the humidity, it feels like it's 103. So that says a lot. Like today is not the kind of day that you would have makeup on. It's not the weather for that. But anyway, this is what we're looking like now that the oils and the grease have settled. Yes, I look extra shiny, but it doesn't look horrible yet. It's only been a few hours. Let's look here on the side. You can totally see my pores, but I've seen worse when it comes to foundation. It hasn't settled or moved around too much. I'm kind of afraid to kind of touch my skin because I don't know what that's gonna look like. Oh my God, it's so greasy. I've already got some thoughts, but I'm gonna save that for the end of this video. And yes, my nail polish is like chipping away because we ain't got no time to take care of our fingernails. We're gonna wait and see what happens. But this is an update. I personally think it still looks good. Doesn't look great. Kind of looks decent. It looks good. I wouldn't be, the eyeshadow has got to go in terms of that creasiness that we have going on. Now it's 2:29. We're gonna wait till the end of the day. We will do another update. I've got to cook. I've got editing. I've got things to do. So we will see in the next few hours what this is going to look like. Hey girl, it is going to be the end of the day for me. This is going to be the last check-in. It is 7:10 p.m. The tacos are ready. Everyone is waiting for me. My margarita is sitting there waiting for me as well. But I wanted to make sure I gave you guys the final update and my final thoughts prior to eating, drinking, and trying to lounge around. We're looking extra dewy, but nothing that I cannot work with. This kind of reminds me of the Makeup by Mario foundation. Let me know if I'm wrong. You guys know I did a wear test of that one as well, so you might want to go check that out just in case. I am so not proud of this eye look. Like, it was amazing in the beginning, but this heat, this is a testimony as to how hot it is. You know what? Let's just do this. I've been dying to take them off. It's not even doing, mama. At this point, I look greasy. And I have normal combo skin. So we could potentially try this foundation with a different primer, more than likely a mattifying primer and a pore smoothing primer, and it'll look different. I'm looking at the skin close up. I don't have settling. I don't have shifting. It hasn't creased in odd places. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look dry. So the reviews that I saw on Sephora where people were saying it looked dry, I don't know what happened to them, because we clearly are not looking dry. There's no patches. And I do have an acne scar going on over here. We're still working on that. Nothing settled on it. It doesn't look crepey and cakey. So I don't understand how that individual prepped their skin prior to applying this foundation. And maybe they don't fully understand what kind of skin type they have. There's no way you have normal combo skin and it's super drying on the skin. It's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna try this foundation again. I feel like I'm gonna try it with a mattifying primer just so that we can see what it would look like. And then obviously I would let you guys know in an upcoming video. I'm thinking maybe blotting and setting throughout the day would help. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna see for ourselves. I'm gonna grab the By Terry powder, blot, and we're gonna tap. And let's see, maybe blotting throughout the day and mattifying the skin would help, although I typically don't do that. I mean, it's very rare for me to set my skin after having applied it. Yeah, that looks so, okay, focus here. It definitely looks so much better once I apply a blotting powder over it. Look at the difference. So to be fair, the foundation is not horrible. The foundation is not bad. It's just really gonna depend on what you're gonna use under it and how you're gonna maintain your skin after it. So it's a before, the during, and the after. We're looking 10 times better. Is the foundation nice? Yes. With the condition that you have to prep the skin and then maintain it after. If you have dry skin, will you like this foundation? Yes. As long as you prep the skin prior to, I think you'll like this foundation. If you have combo skin, as long as you prep the skin, you are going to like this foundation. If you have oily skin, skip this foundation. 100% skip the foundation unless you really want to try it. Then go in with a mattifying primer. Otherwise, I would say skip it. It's 40 semi-dollars. I don't think you should waste the money if you know for a fact that you're that oily. And the proof is in the pudding, and you guys already saw what my skin looked like at the end of the day. Do I recommend you run out and grab this foundation? No, I don't. I personally feel like there are way more inexpensive, beautiful foundations over at the drugstore. Makeup Revolution has some, Maybelline, L'Oreal, and I can like literally provide you a handful of foundations I think that you guys would absolutely love, that has a radiant, beautiful finish, great coverage, and is going to be affordable. All right, girl, that is gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know in your comments below whether or not you are waiting for a review like this one in order to determine whether or not you were gonna snag this foundation. Did you ultimately decide to skip on it, or are you gonna snag it anyway? And if you're new here, I wanna take a moment to invite you to join our little family here on the YouTube by hitting the subscribe button below. I upload 6 days out of the week because I wanna make sure you have fun, ongoing content at all given times. And I'll go ahead and recommend 2 videos here on screen I'm hoping you'll consider checking out. And if you do, I will see you guys over there. Bye, guys.